Hey everybody, welcome to day 20 of my teacher training course. It is Thursday, August 24th. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm pretty tired right now. I just took two power classes back to back. Both were good, they were unique in their own ways, they were from different teachers, and both teachers used different techniques, which I thought was cool because it gave me some variety and I was able to kind of learn different ways to, hold a pose or hold a stand. So it was good. And then as far as curriculum, we had an interesting day. We went over pre and postnatal. It's interesting because it is part of, our teacher's journey. And how she became a teacher and how she opened her practice, and it all coincided with her daughter's birth. She found out on the day she decided to sign her lease for her studio that she was pregnant. So she had to make, a big decision like, do I do this? Do I not do this? And right up until, before she was giving birth, she was teaching. And, it was very empowering. And it's wonderful to hear her story because I do identify with her. Like, I feel like, she was a dentist, she made a change in her life. Like, she's an entrepreneur, and, I'm making a change in my life. Like, I was working in a startup. Um, anyways, the class, she was very passionate and she had a lot of information for us. And for me, I don't have any immediate thoughts on having kids. I'm loving life the way it is. But, who knows in the future. Um, and, I know that along the way that I will have some ladies that are either in the pre or postnatal space that need some modifications and need some help. And, they are going to be looking to, continue their practice and, to try and stay in shape or to get back into shape. So it's, knowledge is power. It was a great learning experience for us. I learned a lot about pregnancy that I never even knew. Um, so it was a good class. So I love learning, and I love just bringing knowledge in that I can apply. And I'm continuing to try to bring that knowledge in on a daily basis. I feel like this is, I don't want to say it's a crash course, but 35 days, I think it is, of intense learning. There's a lot of information to take in. So for us, we have to be diligent. We have to be very dedicated, and I'm doing my absolute best to do that. But it's really helpful, I think, when you can relate or identify with it, or it's day to day experiences. So a lot of our learning is like, Sanskrit names and all kinds of theory, which is very interesting, but, it's not as easy to remember when you have other, thoughts and ideas like pre and postnatal, okay, well, I understand women get pregnant. So, it's something you can apply. It's tangible, you understand, versus, some of the theories. So it was a really good class today. Um, and, as I was thinking through the class, it's like I can't identify because, I don't have kids, and, this is an experience I had. But, I did keep my mind open because it is something that, again, it applies to everyday life. And I think my lesson that I'm pulling out of today, just in general, um, is pulled from a couple different experiences. One, going to two back-to-back power classes. The teachers are very different. Going to pre and postnatal, not applicable to my life today. But again, maybe in the future, who knows, in some way, shape, or form. Maybe my best friend has a kid and I have to help them through it. And then I had a really good conversation with one of my girlfriends last night, and she was talking about her expectations with a guy. And as I was having these experiences over the past 24 hours, um, it really just made me take a step back and try to evaluate people's differences in a much softer light. A lot of times we at least myself, like to see things in black and white. We like to say, well, this is how I feel, or this is how I would do it, so this is how they should do it, or this is what I expect out of this, and if it's not right, then, I don't feel like it's a good experience. And that's just not the case. Life is subjective to the person, and, everybody's experiences are different. So, um, as you're, going through your day or going through your life and you're getting frustrated with somebody, or something crazy happens and you're like, why did this happen? This isn't the way it was supposed to happen. Like, life isn't going to happen the way that you plan it. And I'm learning that every day. I've been a control freak a good portion of my life. I like to be able to understand what's going on, and have this path of, this is how things should go. But you know, it doesn't. Life never happens that way. So, take everything with a grain of salt. Um, Evaluate differences in a positive way. What can you learn from this? What are they doing differently that you don't agree with? And if it's not hurting anybody, let it go. So that's my lesson of the day. I hope you guys have a good night. I am going to fall asleep early, and get rest so I can function tomorrow. I will be back in touch tomorrow. Have a wonderful Thursday evening. Bye.